Knave of Hearts presents Before the Tone. Episode 12. Half mushroom, half olive.
Hey, you've reached Daria. I'm not at the phone right now, so leave a message after the tone and I'll get back to you when I can.
Hey Daria, it's Mack. I'm sorry I didn't call the past couple days. I did what you recommended and went along with what Eve wanted. She is so definitely involved in whatever this is. And she sent me on a job helping with security at a company, Legion Unlimited. They run storage facilities, not at the building where I was. They just do the management there. It was fine. Boring. I'm not sure why they needed security consulting, but I guess that is what Atlas does. All the people were very friendly, but I can't, for the life of me, remember any of their names. Yeah. Ugh, and there was this one woman, blonde, I think, who kept laughing at everything I said, like it was a joke. That was rude. The hotel they put me in was nice. Fancy, but not uncomfortably so. I kept getting lost in the hallways. Not weird like Atlas, though. Nothing is weird like Atlas hallways. Just a lot of the same. It made it hard to keep track of things. The one really weird thing was the cell service, or lack thereof. It was only a few towns over, not the middle of nowhere, but I could never get a signal. The Wi-Fi was decent enough to send an email, but not much beyond that. Pascal was not thrilled about me sending her a short email instead of calling her back. She was really worried. I also haven't been to my class in a while. I'm probably gonna have to drop it. But yeah, work trip. Weirdly normal. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. I don't trust Eve, obviously. I don't trust Atlas. I don't know what the hell you know about any of this, but I do trust you. And you said that going back there would be safer, and I want to know what's going on. I want to figure it out. But that does not trump my strong general desire to not be killed or something. To not be followed and watched. It's not worth it. But I don't see how I can find a way out of this without understanding what's going on when...
Finally! I was half worried you wouldn't be in. But it isn't polite to come in without permission. I did call ahead. Surely you got my voicemail. No matter. You were... Oh, of course! Legion has awful reception if you don't have a card. Sorry about that. If I'd have known, I would have waited. Can we sit? No need to stand on my account. Not that I'm going to stop you.
Why are you here?
I'm here to talk. I had a job to do, and it was cut short. I don't like it when my jobs are cut short. So I thought I'd pop on over for a little chat, see how the other side lives, if you know what I mean.
I can't say I do.
Oh, of course not. Even her projects. Her ideas are interesting, but not exactly what I would call ethical.
And what exactly would you call ethical?
Ooh, fair point, fair point. I don't have much of a moral code, but, well, Eve Kakachi is something else.
Who is she? And who are you?
Oh, you can call me Dandelion. Pleased to formally meet you, Mack.
The pleasure is all fucking mine. Why have you been following me, Dandelion?
That's my job. Was my job.
To what? Stalk people?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, other things. I pride myself on my versatility. I am a freelancer. Eve hired me on behalf of Atlas and didn't like how I did my job. Oh, you cannot influence the experiment like this. You're meant to be an observer only. Oh. Please. Like that experiment was going anywhere.
Am I the experiment?
Yep.
Well, what the fuck does that mean?
It means that Eve has big ideas, which means she needs information. As far as she's concerned, you aren't a person, Mack. You're data collection. You're a test to see what happens when someone goes into a nuclear site without PPE. Most people think she's off her rocker, but respect her enough or don't care enough to do anything to stop her. But enough that fewer people were willing to work with her, so she went with me. Which was her mistake, because now I've gone and messed with her experiment more, out of spite and some degree of casual interest. Oh, I ordered a pizza. Hope you don't mind. My treat.
Hey, half mushroom, half olive for Lion?
That'd be me, thank you. Want a slice?
So, why me?
Well, I'm not in charge of these things, but best guess? You interviewed for a job, and you were hired.
That's not... It can't be that simple.
Of course it can. Why go looking for test subjects when they can come to you? Everything travels the path of least resistance. How did you hear about the job?
They put out ads online, local newsletters and stuff.
Yep. Does not surprise me. That is not done. If Atlas or Legion or Equinox or any of the other companies needed a new hire, they would use more insider options or freelancers looking to settle down. They would not hire random locals working towards master's degrees.
Guess that explains why the job they hired me for was different than the one I applied for. You keep referring to insiders. Inside what, exactly?
Insiders are those with protection against and knowledge of the technology and effects we work with. They are generally tied down to working exclusively with said technology, while freelancers, like myself, are a bit more free to walk both paths. See the sights and do what we see fit. You know, you could have a promising career as a freelancer. But I'm sure that would not be considered what's best for you. But hey, if you survive all this with faculties intact, call me up and we can look into it.
Disregarding that, What technology? Is that what's behind the furniture changing and stuff?
Well, that is certainly something it could do, yes. I don't personally know how it works any more than you could explain the science behind a nuclear plant or your phone. The technology is... well, it's not time travel, so dispel that thought. But it is related to time and space. When it's in use, both tend to be a little off. It can really mess with you if you lack protection.
Which I do.
Which you do.
So, Eve's experiment is on the effects of this technology.
Yupper doodles. Eve has big ideas. Big, huge, world-shaking ideas that have been disproven time and time again. But she's ambitious. She wants to see if she can expand the technology to be more influential, powerful, etc., etc. So, data collection in the form of you.
And you're telling me this just to mess with Eve? Because you hold a grudge?
I'm good for money right now, and this Mack, is very fun.
Right.
Any other questions? I will be fielding them until I finish my slice.
Is there anything keeping me from quitting?
You know, I bet you can quit. The only risk is what happens after.
Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
I've never worked for Atlas Consulting, so I really could not tell you. Try it out, though. I'd be curious to watch what happens.
Yeah, that's reassuring.
Well, Mack, it's been a pleasure. Oh, and I hope you've enjoyed the show, Daria.
Wait, you know her?
This episode has featured the voices of Anna Stein as Mack, Emma Johanna Puranen as Daria, Josh Rubino as Dandelion, Brad Colebrook as the pizza guy, and Rebecca Hansson in the credits. It was written by Anna Stein, with script editing by Sarahlily Stein. Sound design and dialogue editing were done by Katharine Seaton. The theme music was composed by Duck Edwards, featuring score by Arhynn Descy. It was directed by Anna Stein. Special thanks to our Indiegogo backers, Tal Minier, Rachel Inger, and our Monarch and Spacetime tier backers, Jacob Stein and Steven Stein, as well as to everyone who backed the campaign. For updates and ominous messaging, follow us on Twitter and Tumblr at Knave of Hearts AD. Disclaimer: the observer effect remains in full force. The observer affects more than they should.
Hey, Kai. Kai? Is everything alright?
Oh, Lisa. Yeah, I'm fine. What's going on?
Just had some downtime at work. Wanted to see how you were doing. I was pretty sure classes were done by now, so I wanted to hear about your first day. How'd it go?
I don't know what to do, Smokey. Ignoring it would be the best option, right? Just move on and pretend it's not happening. But then again, can I really ignore it? It feels like a weight on my chest, dragging me down to this pit I thought I'd climbed out of.
You watched one of the videos.
How'd you... Yeah. I recognize the supervisor's voice. They were never on camera, though. I don't understand. These emails, they only show up when I'm already on edge. The very first was a week after I woke up from the coma. It didn't have any audio. It was just a message, a simple email. And then, nothing. I managed to start to forget and to move on. Then I got dozen on my first day at a new job. And then the first with audio right as I was about to delete them all. I don't know what's on it. I don't know if I'm ready to know. Just be careful. I feel like we're getting close to something. Getting close to something feels like...
Something getting close to us. I know. That would be a death sentence, Kai.
Good. We'll gather what we can, all the information we'll have available. And when we have that, we'll take calculated steps, not leaps into the unknown. Agreed?
I can't recall ever having a sister. I mean, I remember Lissa growing up with her, but if I try to remember specifics, it's all blank.
Kai, it's Adrian. Lissa sent me. Are you here? Slowly Unspooling is a queer capitalist horror coming your way on October 8th, wherever you find your favorite shows. For more information, find us at Slowly Unspooling on Tumblr and Facebook.